All right, we are on day 41 of Elsie Lincoln Benedict's book, How to Get Anything You Want. This is number 41, y'all. We are reading this whole book together. It is 7 lessons on how to get anything you want. Really, how to shift your mood, your vibration, because that is your attraction point. And I love all of her metaphors. It's been really great. Let me get this microphone a little bit closer. It's a little far away right now. Perfecto. All right. So let's dive in. Yesterday, we left off on rule number 19. Remember, she said yesterday, with regard to things you want, not merely to get, but to do. So, with regard to things that you want not merely to get, but to do, try to grasp the truth in the following eternal law. Desire to do a thing is proof of your ability to do it. The attempt on the part of the talent to get itself externalized in the reality of the world. Ooh. In other words, intense desire to do does not come accidentally. It is never, as you may have supposed, just a random thought in your mind. It is not the first step, but the second. It is not a cause, but an effect. So, your desires, what you truly want in life, is not a boo-boo. It's not a mistake. It's not some weird dream that you just can't let go of. It's there for a reason, and it's there to show you what is possible for your life. And you don't have to listen to that calling. You don't have to do anything, but it's just to let you know, you know? So I really liked that. And she said a lot of people allow themselves to shove down these callings of their heart. They let other people push them down. And she said, so many talented people are choked, strangled, repressed, and smothered constantly by millions of people who do not, they don't know this. They're choked because they don't take their dreams and the whispers of their soul seriously, the callings of their heart. You only desire as you are able to acquire. You only desire as you are able to acquire. So I love this. You truly, truly do not desire anything that you're not capable of getting. It's impossible. We might think, I mean, there's been times in my life where I've like thought, especially when I was younger. I remember when I was younger, I had to homeschool. I don't remember what happened. Anyways, I wanted to change schools so bad. And I tried everything and it just didn't happen. Anyways, it just wasn't in the cards. Like, I didn't really want to go to another school. I just wanted things to change. And they ended up changing. So it's like if you truly desire to win a gold medal, it's because you are totally capable of doing so. There's been many people, The Rock. My man's The Rock. Okay, here's my little sticker. You like that? Yeah, don't judge me. Anyways, he had a dream to be in the NFL, to play in the NFL. He wanted to be in the NFL, but it never happened for him. And so it was a desire in his heart to be a voice in this world, to be somebody who was a great athlete. And he ended up doing that, even if it was pro wrestling, even if it was college league football, um, even if it was through his movies, right? Why did he really want to play NFL? Because he wanted to be famous, because he wanted to have like a world stage. He has one now, and he didn't go through the NFL. So I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down. Really look at what you desire. Say, I want this certain job or I want to live this certain place. What's underneath it? Why do you want to live there? Like, do you have to live there to get what you think? Like, do you want something just because you think it's going to get you something else? Like, for example, do you want to be an actor because you think it's going to get you, I don't know, love and attention, or, your own business? People will respect your business. I hope you get what I'm saying. But like, what if you could just get your own business? What if you could just be a philanthropical, amazing director? Like, oh, I want to be a great actor because I want to be a great director. What if you could just be a director? Well, people won't take me serious. People, if I want to get in, I want to be an actor first. It's like, do you? What if you could just get to where you want to get to? And why do you want to why do you want to be a documentary filmmaker? Because I want to make a big change in the world. Well, what if you could make a big change in the world and you didn't have to be a documentary filmmaker, right? Because you might like to do those things, but it's like, what do you truly, truly want? What's underneath it? So if that was just inspired by that one statement, you only desire as you are able to acquire. So at the end of the day, and this can be hard sometimes, you don't truly, 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 deep, 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 deep down in your heart desire something that you cannot get. So there might be surface desires. We all have these fleeting desires. We wanted something maybe when we were in our 20s or 30s and we never got it. It's like, hmm, we're like, we don't care. But those deep desires that don't let us sleep, that never leave us alone, those are like deep desires of the heart because we're able to get it. We're able to acquire it. So you only desire what you are able to acquire. I love that. Rule number 20, take your desires and wants seriously. Be in earnest about them. So take what you truly want, take it seriously. Go all in. Play all out, full out. Put your skin in the game. Like, put it all on the line. After all, the big difference between the genius and the failure is not so much in their abilities as their attitude toward their abilities. The genius encourages his wants. The failure develops the habit of inhibiting his. The genius uses his wants as cores, starting points around which he builds the rest of his life. He makes everything else adapt to his supreme desire. The failure allows circumstances, friends, relatives, and the fluctuations of chance to build his. The genius looks upon his wants as sacred things. He is in dead earnest about them. He gives himself to them, and they, in turn, give back to him fame, money, love, and success. Ooh, I love that. The failure looks upon his desires as impossibilities, jokes, or vagaries. He doubts them in secret and often ridicules them in public. So let's read that again. Okay, so take your desires and wants seriously. Be in earnest about them. After all, the big difference between the genius and the failure is not so much in their abilities as their attitude toward their abilities. The genius encourages his wants. The failure develops the habit of inhibiting his. The genius uses his wants as core starting points around which he builds the rest of his life. He makes everything else adapt to his supreme desire. The failure allows circumstances, friends, relatives, and fluctuations of chance to build his. The genius looks upon his wants as sacred things. He is in dead earnest about them. He gives himself to them, and they, in turn, give back to him fame, money, love, and success. The failure looks upon his desires as impossibilities, jokes, or vagaries. He doubts them in secret and often ridicules them in public. So, do you take your desires seriously? Do you respect them? Do you build your whole life around them? Or do you treat them as a joke? I always like to think of John C. Calhoun, who, when a young man said, I shall study law, and the rest will have to take their chances. It sounds a little vain, doesn't it? But it was actually the healthiest kind of self-confidence that begets much of the success and achievement in the world, in this world. Rule 21. Do not take the attitude of anything is too good for you. The moment you do, you will begin to deteriorate until and eventually you get will not. Let's read that again. So don't take the attitude of anything is too good for you. The moment you do, you will begin to deteriorate until eventually you'll get will not what you get, she missed a word. What you get will not be half as good enough for you. The way to deserve the best is to believe in it and work toward it. Don't worry, you won't get it or be able to keep it until you are good enough ready for it. Ooh. Ooh, rule number 21. Don't take the attitude that anything is too good for you. The moment you do, you will begin to deteriorate until eventually you will get what you'll get won't be half good enough for you. The way to deserve the best is to believe in it and work toward it. Don't worry, you won't get it or be able to keep it till you are good enough for it. Once one of Napoleon's 6 soldiers remonstrated, Elsie, you be kicking my butt with these words. Remonstrated? Remonstrated? Okay, let's look these words up. I ain't trying to skip past words that I don't know what they mean. Remonstrated? Is that what it is? To remonstrate. Remonstrate? Let's see how you say it. Remonstrate?
Remonstrate.
Remonstrate. To say or plead in protest, objection, or disapproval. To plea or protest or complain. Okay. Once one of Napoleon's 6 soldiers complained when Bonaparte ordered some unusual delicacy for him. Isn't this too good for me? He asked. Nothing is too good for a soldier of France, answered Napoleon. You are one of God's own soldiers, sent here to fight a good fight, to do your best, to grow in your best, to become the best, and nothing he put into his beautiful world is too good for you. Oh, dang. Yeah, Napoleon, I agree with you. So once one of Napoleon's 6 soldiers kind of protested when Bonaparte ordered some unusual delicacy for him. Instead, he said, "Isn't this too good for me?" he asked. And Napoleon said, "Nothing is too good for a soldier of France. You are one of God's own soldiers, sent here to fight a good fight, to do your best, to grow in your best, and become the best. And nothing God put into this beautiful world is too good for you." All right, let's read one more. Rule number 22. Once you have decided on a thing, give it your vote, not occasionally, but all the time. Again, go all in. Do not impose limitations of any kind on your expectations or on your visions of the future. If you want $1 million, set your mark for 1 million and don't waste a moment entertaining any thought opposed to it. It is in these opposition thoughts, Dr. Joe Vitale would call these counterintentions. It is in these opposition thoughts that keep you away from what you have been wanting. Be loyal to the forces within you, or they cannot produce their maximum for you. They are all powerful, but for that very reason, super sensitive, highly organized, and susceptible to every suggestion you give them. They must have your complete trust to do their swiftest, supremest work. True, they will do the best they can against this handicap, but they are like you and me. They can produce 10 times as much and do it 10 times as quickly when the one they are working for trusts and relies on them. Yeah, so like treat your desires and your dreams like the most precious relationship in your life. Believe in it. Never doubt it. Nurture it. Have it be your greatest magnificent obsession. Like go all in that people think you're crazy in the best way. I mean, of course, don't hurt yourself or somebody else, but you know what I mean. I love this. I'm just reading a few tonight. It's early. I'm doing a lot better, doing these a little earlier. I'm trying to get to bed earlier. My dream bedtime is 9 p.m. That's my dream bedtime. And I think I have to call jury duty. I have to call my jury duty right now to see if I have to go in tomorrow. Okay. Anywho, wish me luck. I'm going to call right now. Hopefully I'm on standby and I don't have to go in tomorrow. I'm going to have to cancel a bunch of meetings tomorrow. All right. I hope you all have a beautiful evening. Again, if you want to watch any of the previous readings, we're going through this book together. I'm sharing commentary, teaching a little bit. and sharing insights. So you can find the playlist on my YouTube. If you are on Facebook, hop on over to YouTube, like and subscribe. We are building my channel. We are a team, and I'm so excited about it. I've earned $9.80 so far. I'm very excited about that. All seriousness. But all the information is below all of my videos on how to work with me, all the services that I offer, and I would love to meet with you and help support you in any way. My favorite, well, really my offering right now, I'm a therapist and a mindset coach, so I molded the two. I call it therapeutic coaching. And there's a 4-session package called Release to Receive. If you want to receive, if you're having trouble receiving the abundance, kind of stepping into the next version, perhaps there's something subconsciously you need to release. Maybe it's a past wound, a past trauma, a past narrative, a limiting belief, a story. And I use powerful therapeutic modalities like EMDR, eye movement, desensitization and reprocessing, IFS, internal family systems, and EFT tapping, emotional freedom technique. And I throw a little CBT in there too, but they're powerful sessions to really dive into the subconscious mind, being led by a licensed psychotherapist, of course. And it's all confidential. So if you wanted to jump into that package, it's below as well under Release to Receive in this description box. So I look forward to meeting you all. I am actually gonna put put my camera off and count for about 10 seconds because I keep getting cut off on my YouTube stream. So have a wonderful evening. Enjoy my picture for the next 10 seconds.